When you have an idea, one that would change the world, it's not usually built for the past. You strive for a better tomorrow, envisioning what the world could be like. Many people throughout history have had ideas that were considered crazy due to this forward-thinking mindset. A few of these people have had huge impacts in Seattle, which is where we are today. So let's check out some of these future thinkers and see how their mindsets changed the world. In the 1990s, the idea of the internet was a very new concept. There wasn't a lot of technology that made it easily accessible until two major companies came about. Bill Gates, Paul Allen, and Steve Jobs revolutionized the technology industry with their forward-thinking minds, changing the world forever. Microsoft brought the technology into homes with the huge breakthrough of PCs. Apple, with their vision, has helped the world of technology make great strides. Their passion has brought the future here.
Another man who had a vision for where America could go was Howard Schultz. Before Starbucks, coffee houses were obsolete in America. When in Italy, Schultz was amazed at the social scenes of Italian coffee houses. He had an idea to bring this concept to America, and through that, Starbucks was born. Nowadays, it is a place to socialize, and it's a huge part of our culture. People meet there, have meetings, and all sorts of other things. Starbucks is truly the saloon of our generation.
This is the Chihuly Glass and Garden. Isn't it amazing?
This man came up with this extraordinary idea from just a small concept. When Chihuly came into the glass-blowing world, it wasn't really much of a world. It was done on a very small scale, and mostly as a family tradition. But Chihuly had a different idea. He saw where the art form could go, and he took it there. He brought in color, size, and strange shapes like never seen before. I spoke with Devin, who told us more about Chihuly.
So, what inspired Dale Chihuly to change the art of glass blowing?
So, Chihuly's first glass experiment was actually when he was in interior design and architecture classes. He first started off attempting to use the material of glass to make a basket woven-like texture. It perhaps didn't work out so well, but what that really did is inspire him to take a look at some of the forms that he found in Native American baskets. He ended up wanting to replicate some of the really organic and kind of gravity-worn forms that he found, and that was really a big departure from the traditional art of glass blowing. And that was specifically because many of the glass pieces prior to Dale Chihuly's work was really symmetrical and utilitarian, and instead of that, he decided to replicate something that was organic, the things that you would find in the natural world. And so that's really where his departure came from. He began experimenting with what the glass wanted to do itself rather than what he wanted the glass to do.
Okay, why is Chihuly considered crazy?
Chihuly's considered crazy primarily because his art is just so out there. And I mean, if you take a look at the guy, he's got this big frizzy hair. A lot of times when people run into him, he's wearing shoes and pants that are just covered in paint. He's just a generally eccentric kind of character, but I think a lot of the way that he behaves and a lot of the way that he creates is really based around that eccentric nature. He collects all sorts of weird stuff that inspires him. He creates new things that nobody's ever seen before. And that, I guess, you could call crazy.
Where will this art form end up?
Where will this art form end up? That's really a good question. I would say that the art of glass has really taken a departure just within the past 50 years or so in such a way that we really can't predict exactly where it would go. Oftentimes glass historically has been more of a utilitarian method of creation, but now glass has the freedom to become an art form rather than just a mode of production. And I think that we're going to be seeing all sorts of new forms, new experimentations with glass as a medium for things that would traditionally be considered fine art in ways that we've never seen before.
Thank you. And
yeah.
Can we just get you to say your name and where you work quickly?
Yeah.
For the start of this?
My name's Devin. I work at Chihuly Garden and Glass.
Thank you very much.
Dale Chihuly truly blew up the world of glass, changing this medium forever.